Brace yourselves. Welcome to Purana Talk. We're all a quiver with excitement.
A brand new show.
Because we are beginning the second khanda of the Garuda Purana. This is the second big section that we called it a skanda, we called it a khanda, which apparently is wrong, because I actually took a look at how it's spelled and where the diacritics fall, and it is khanda. And this is the second one. And it could be called the Dharma Khanda or the Preta Khanda, depending on what you... I don't know what it depends on, because they're very different things. Dharma is like spirituality or your religious path. It's usually kind of the rules of appropriate behavior in Hinduism. Mm-hmm. But Preta means something like goblin. And mostly from the combination, you talk about Bhuta Preta, Bhut Pret in Hindi, and they say it's like ghosts and goblins. And we know that the Bhuta is the ghost part, so I guess the Preta is the goblins, but I don't really know if there's what kind of clear association it has, but it's that Khanda. We'll call it Khanda 2. It begins with chapter 1 entitled Garuda's Query. Garuda being the mount of Vishnu, the eagle deity. One should begin the recital of Jaya, this holy Purana, after bowing to Narayana, Nara, the most excellent among men, goddess Saraswati, and Vyasa, the sage, and progenitor of various holy texts, shall we say. The renowned Vishnu shines victoriously like the wish-giving kalpa tree, with dharma, virtue, for its firmly fixed roots, the Vedas for its main stem, the Puranas for its branches, the sacrifice for its flame, and salvation for its fruits.
In other words, it's the source of all good things.
In other words, it's going to be good. Just ask it. 2. In Naimisha forest, the solitary region, the sages Shaunika and others asked Suta, who was sitting comfortably on his seat after going through his daily rites, "O Suta, you possess perfect knowledge of the Puranic lore. Through sage Vyasa's favor, hence you can clear off our doubts we have in our mind. Following the maxim of caterpillar, some sages say that the soul attains another body after leaving the previous one. Others hold that the soul enters another body after going through Yama's torture. Which is true?" Suta said, "Gentlemen, you have put the right question. Now here, to allay your doubts, I shall take recourse to a dialogue between Krishna and Garuda. I shall try to remove your doubts thereby. Obeisance to sage Krishna. They who take recourse to him can easily cross the ocean of the world as it were a small river."
Verse 8.
8, yeah, this is 8. Now 9. Once upon a time, Garuda desired to go round the world. He started on journey, wandering all over, muttering the name of Hari. He wandered over the earth in hell and heaven, but could not get peace. He returned to Vaikunta, more distressed by the sight of people's sorrows. There in Vaikunta, neither Rajas exists, nor Tamas, nor Sattva. Mixed with either of these two, Sattva alone exists there. So not Rajas or Tamas or Sattva mixed with Rajas or Tamas, but just Sattva. Ding. I think you'd have to wear sunglasses all the time. It would just be like white light. 12. Neither Maya nor destruction nor the evils like anger, attachment, etc. exist there. There dwell glorious Vishnu's gunas, dark and fair, bright, lotus-eyed, worshipped by deities and demons, clad in tawny robes and adorned with ornaments, bedecked with garlands of gold coins set up with jewels.
And these are like elements or something like that. Elementals, maybe?
Yeah, elementals, how about? They are the elements, of which Gana Isha, the lord of the elements, is Ganesha, Shiva's son, the elephant-headed god. Possessed of 4 arms and tufts of hair, wearing earrings and garland, they shone by the rows of resplendent aerial cars. We've got the aerial cars. I love the aerial cars.
Yeah, like I always see the Jetsons in my mind because that's what I grew up with is aerial cars. It's like,
yeah, well,
you know.
I see Hindu gods sitting in kind of flying Cadillacs. Like with all the bells and whistles. No, wheels not necessary. You could have them. It's kind of, be for decoration. But it's but it seems that they collect.
They call them carts often in this text.
Yeah, but they go places like drive-in movies, sort of. The gods are like all there in their cars and hanging out,
watching something
in the sky. Yeah,
whatever.
It is like a drive-in movie for Hindu gods. Not to be irreligious or anything, but this is interesting. This depiction, deity in their cars hanging out, decorated. Okay, possessed of 4 of resplendent. By the rows of resplendent aerial cars, there Lakshmi gladly adorns Lord Vishnu's feet by offering him precious gems. Herself surrounded by the rows of beautiful damsels and friendly associates, she sits in a moving swing and praises Hari. There he saw Hari, all-powerful, Lord of Lakshmi, Lord of the good, Lord of the world, Lord of the sacrifices, surrounded by the courtiers, Sunanda, Nanda, Prabhalarhana, chief among them, possessing a face delightful to the servants, possessing big reddish eyes, bearing crest and earrings, being looked at the chest by Lakshmi. He's checking out. She's checking out his pecs. Wearing yellow garment, possessing 4 arms and a delightful smiling face, sitting on a costly seat, surrounded by the powers Pradana, Purusha, Mahat, Aham, the 7 organs, the 5 elements, and delighting in self. So, she's sitting here and she's surrounded basically by the Sankhya system personified. Looks like, there's basically, here's the count again.
Or the other way of looking at this is that she's surrounded by flesh. She has her body. She's in the body. She's in a person. Yeah. You might see it that way, the way it's written here.
Well, yeah. Lakshmi wearing... let me see.
These are parts of the self.
I'm going to read this again. Listed. There he saw. Now, who? Garuda?
Hari?
No, there he saw Hari.
Oh.
All-powerful, Lord of Lakshmi, Lord of good.
Right.
Once upon a time, Garuda desired to go round the world. That's how this started. So this is Garuda. Right. And there he saw Hari. And this must be before he got hired as... Vishnu's mount. This is the first time that he saw his master, essentially. Right. He saw how Hari, all-powerful, Lord of Lakshmi, Lord of the good, Lord of the world, Lord of the sacrifices, surrounded by the courtiers, Sunanda, Nanda, Prabhalarhana, chief among them, possessing a face delightful to the servants, possessing big reddish eyes, bearing crest and earrings, being looked at the chest by Lakshmi, wearing yellow garments, possessing 4 arms, and a delightful smiling face, sitting on a costly seat, surrounded by the powers, Pradhana, Purusha, Mahat, Aham. Now I'm going to actually read the footnotes this time. Pradhana, 1, the first evolver, originator, or source of the material world, the primary germ out of which all material appearances are evolved according to Sankhya philosophy. Remember what I said about the Sankhya system? That's who's sitting there in the room. Purusha, the soul, the primal man, essentially, Purusha. Um, According to Sankhya, it is neither a production nor productive. It is passive and a looker-on of the Prakriti. And then Mahat, which is, he's a looker-on of the Prakriti. Prakriti is where the action is, and this is, this notion that the Purusha, the male, is in the universe is inert, and it's the female that really is where the action is, literally. Mahat is the great principle, the intellect, the second of the 25 elements or tattvas of the Sankhya system. I guess they're not counting pradhana or something. And aham, fourth footnote, in Sankhya philosophy, this is the third of the 8 producers or elements of creation, the conceit or conception of individuality. In Vedanta philosophy, egotism is considered to be spiritual ignorance.
If you don't realize you're part of everything, if you think you're separate from everything, this is the difference they're talking about. Not as a mental concept, but if you feel that way.
So I'm going to take another run through this last sentence just because it really is one big long sentence, and I'm going to even skip the first part. But sitting on a costly seat surrounded by the powers Pradhana, Purusha, Mahata, Aham, the 11 organs, the 5 elements, and delighting in self. Garuda was pleased to see the Lord. His hair thrilled with joy, and with tears coming out of his eyes, he bowed to him with the feeling of love. Vishnu spoke to Garuda, who had come to see him and who had bowed to him. O Garuda, tell us, how much of the earth have you wandered over, and within such a short time? Garuda said, My Lord, by your grace I have visited the 3 worlds and seen all beings, the movable and the immovable, from Bhuloka to Satyaloka. Bhuloka in Hindu mythology accepts 14, there are 14 lokas or worlds, 7 higher regions rising from the earth, one above the other. And of course we're going to name them. Burloka, Burvaloka, Swarloka, and you might remember, this is the Bur, Bhuva, Swaha, Burloka, Bhuvaloka, Swaraloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka, or Brahmaloka, also known as. And 7 lower regions descending from the earth, one below the other, Attala, Vittala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, and Mahatala, or Patala. Heavens and hells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are back to, from Bhuloka to Satyaloka, I have visited all regions except the region of Yama, O my Lord,
Lord of Death.
Among all the worlds, the Bhuloka is thickly populated by various kinds of creatures. This region is the most auspicious of all, inasmuch as it affords a place of enjoyment to all, and is celebrated as the place where they can strive for salvation. And this happens to be the loka in which we are living. If you were watching this, it's very likely that you are an inhabitant of this loka. Though any others that might have stumbled upon this, greetings.
Yeah, enjoy.
Greetings from Bhuloka. All right. So, you're very lucky to take birth, especially as a human being in this world, because not only is it a nice place to hang out in, or at least it can be under the proper circumstances, but it's a place in this universe where you can strive to salvation. You can actually move closer to salvation, and doing this helps. Not going to guilt you. You don't have to do it or anything, but I'm just saying. That's what they're telling
God's
me.
just saying. Right?
Yeah, I'm quoting. All right. A region better than this for those who perform good actions has neither been nor will ever be. There's not a better place for doing good deeds. It seems that the gods sing songs to this purport. Those who live in this part of the world, called Bharata, India, are in fact blessed. In order to enjoy the fruits of heaven and salvation, they are born as human beings, casting off their deityhood. Why is the corpse tied to the bamboo sticks? Why are the 5 jewels kept in the mouth? Why is the grass placed beneath? Why are the feet kept southward? Why do the sons and grandsons walk ahead? Why are the gifts given, including the gift of a cow, O Keshava? Why do the relatives, the friends, and even the foes forgive him? Why are the jingeli seeds, iron, gold, cotton, salt, 7 types of grains, land or house, and cow are given? How does a creature die? Having died, where does he go? How does he take shelter in the body being carried? Why does the son carry the corpse on his shoulders, and the grandson lights the fire? Why is the anointment done with the butter? Where from is the Ekahuti Kriya? Why is Vasudhara performed, and where from the lamentations from women? Why is the Yama Sukta recited? Why is water carried to the north? Why is the sun looked through a cloth? Why barley, mustard seed, durva, the 2 stones, the leaves of margosa? Why do men and women wear one lower and one upper garment? Why should the meals, etc., not taken along with other persons after returning home? Why do the sons give 9 pindas? These are balls of rice offered to the ancestors during special ceremonies. And they've been, this was an important part of the first section of the Garuda Purana. Why is the milk in an earthen pot placed on Katvara? This is a quadrangular place or courtyard, a place where many roads meet. Is an alternative meaning. So, could be a crossroads or a courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that the sometimes the translator gives us the option. You decide, because there's no way for him to really know. I've lost my place here now. So
you were at the second footnote.
Yes, I know. Find that with all those question marks. Just find it too.
Right there.
There you go. Why are the 3 wooden sticks tied together and placed in the crossroads in the night? Crossroads again. So the first one was why is the milk in an earthen pot placed on the katvara, then the chatvara? The chatvara, that's the quadrangle.
Right.
Or the crossroads. And then why are the 3 wooden sticks tied together and placed on the crossroads in the night? Which reminded me of Hecate ceremonies. Why is a lamp placed every night for 1 year? Why should the water be offered in the name of the deceased by the relatives and other people? Why should the 9 pindas be offered? How is the gift to be given to the mains? Why is the call for the bearers of the corpse? When this is done, O Lord, then why is the rite of pinda repeated? What should be given next after the gift of pinda is made? Why are the bones collected? Why is the earthen pot broken? Why is a bath taken on the 2nd day? Why on the 4th day? Why is it taken on the 10th day along with other mourners? Why is the anointment with oil? The pinda given on the 10th day is done so with meat. Why? Why is the pinda on the 11th day given after releasing the bull? Why are vessels, shoes, umbrella, clothes, and ring given on the 13th day? Why the 16th shraddhas? Funerary rites performed in honor of the departed spirits of dead relatives. Why are food, water, etc. given every day for 360 days of the year? Why is the food put in a vessel for satiating the deceased? O Lord, the mortal man dies at the appointed time. I do not see an outlet. Then from where does the soul go away? From where do the elements, earth, water, mind, fire, air, and sky pass away? Tell me, O Lord. From where do the 5 organs of action, the 5 organs of perception, and the 5 vital airs go away, and how? From where do the 5 thieves of the body, greed, affection, desire, love, and pride, go away, O Janardana? Whatever little action has been done, whether good or bad, or whatever gifts have been tendered which procure merit, where do these go away after the body has decayed? Why is the rite of Sapindana done within the year of the death? Sapindana is the performance of a particular shraddha in honor of the deceased relatives is called Sapinda, to be performed at the end of a full 1 year after the death of a relative, but now usually performed on the 12th day after death as part of the funerary rite.
You probably couldn't keep track of it long enough.
Yeah. So why is the rite of Sapindana done within a year of death? With whom is the union of the deceased sought, and how? What does in the end happen to the people who pass away in conscious or unconscious state, burnt or unburnt, or who have been sinners or bad charactered? O Lord, what is the end of those who commit suicide, murder a Brahmin, or happen to be thieves or deceivers by nature? What happens to that Shudra who drinks the milk of a Kapila cow, who reads the scriptures, who wears the sacred thread, or who possesses a Brahmin wife? O Lord, you tell me all this, for I am terribly afraid of the sinner. Here's something more, O soul of the universe. While wandering with curiosity, I saw the entire world. After seeing people merged in sorrow, a great pain arose in my heart. The affliction on the earth, caused by death and disease, is greater than affliction from the sight of asuras in paradise. I had the fear of losing my desired object in hell. There is no other place safer than your feet, O Lord. Time has consumed the unreality as it has consumed the dream world. Still, I saw a number of people suffering from sorrows in the land of Bharata. They were merged deep in attachment, envy, affection, etc. Some were blind, some squint-eyed, some dumb, some lame, some one-eyed, some deaf, some suffering from leprosy and other diseases, and some from pride as false as the sky flower. After seeing the strangeness of their faults in the face of death, I have come to you with a mind to ask, what is death? Why is this strangeness? How does death occur? How is it that even after death, if rites are performed for 1 year, one does not fall in the bad state? Formerly I had heard from the sages in general. Now I ask you specifically on these points, O Lord. O Vishnu, what shall a dying man do? What shall he give in charity? After death, what is the method of cremation? Does he languish or obtain another body? When he lives in Yama's city, what are the rites to be performed by his descendants in the year of his death? What are the rites of propitiation for the common ignorant deceased, for one dead in Panchaka? Be pleased, dispel my ignorance. I have asked all that I wanted to ask, only for the welfare of the world. Please answer my queries.
And it'll be the next episode before we hear the answer. I wanted to know what verse he starts the questions.
Right there.
Is it 23?
28.
28.
He starts with, why is the corpse tied to the bamboo stick? Why are the 5 jewels kept in the mouth? Why is the grass placed beneath? Why are the feet kept southward?
And what he's questioning here, to a large extent, is the ritual patterns that are called for. And he's asking, why do we do these rituals? What is the purpose of it?
And again, we've returned to this theme, which seems to be the unifying theme of the Garuda Purana, is the after-death rituals, the shraddhas, and the, how to what our involvement and relationship is with the dead while we're on this side,
Right.
and vice versa, really.
What are they doing with us?
Yeah, and what are they depending upon us to do,
Sure.
and and how is it obligated, and it's gone through. And here's the other thing, this one is presenting itself almost as if it's a whole new Purana. At least when you read the beginnings, here we go. This is the Garuda Purana. Well, we just read the Garuda Purana, or something purporting to be the Garuda Purana, and it seemed to think that it had come to an end as well. So.
Sure.
Maybe there's some notes or something in the forward.
Well, I think there's maybe recensions.
Well, it makes me wonder if these two kandas are actually
two different
recensions.
Versions. Yeah, well, I think that's exactly what you've got.
And are they going to then cover the same ground, only in different ways, or is it really just an ancillary text, an addition? Or
we did find that there are three.
All of these questions. He had questions. I have questions.
We also found there's an index in volume 3. I know. Cool.
So it's we're all learning together here.
So we can learn faster maybe with an index, because when we want to know the answer to something, we can ask Google, or we can
you can have your own indexed copy by ordering from Motilal Banarsi Das.
That's right.
Online. One day, somebody there is going to see this. Hey, how you doing? I need to write. I need to tell them I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.